evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. Today we have the fourth part of Twisted Wonderland's Halloween event, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Last time, preparations were actually going quite well, considering, until Scully got completely disillusioned, wandered off and made friends with Lock, Shock and Barrel, drugged Jack Skellington, and turned me and Grim into pumpkins and kidnapped us. I think that's about where we are. Love getting kidnapped by Lock, Shock and Barrel. Hello, Nick. How you doing? A bit overworked. That is a mood. There's a project I've got at work at the moment that I've started calling my eternal nemesis. Because it just keeps going. "8:30 till 6. That is, half an hour longer than me. Or possibly longer than that, depending on how long you had for lunch. Jack sure is taking a while. Kalla and Grim aren't back yet either. Probably just fighting over the food in that basket. Grim was pretty determined to eat it. Yeah, that is in fact a long day. There's no stopping Grim once he gets like that. We'll just have to trust Kalla to rein him in. Still, they're taking way too long. You're right about that. I think I'll go check up on them. I'll join you. There's something I was hoping to ask Jack anyway. What's that? His thoughts on the meal. I wouldn't be able to ask with Sally around. Ah, of course. You're quite discreet, Jamil. Let's be off then, shall we? Everyone else, back to Halloween prep. Of course. It's time for our last big push. Let's all split up and finish what's left to do. Jack's house is just up ahead. Ooh, I wonder if Jack got kidnapped after being drugged as well, or if we're going to be finding drugged Jack. These are some steep stairs. Falling down them would be no joke. Ah! What's the matter? Giant spider next to the front door. Oh, that's the doorbell. Don't you have those in Twisted Wonderland? You use them to alert the people in a house that they have visitors. We have doorbells. This is just a very, distinct one. Oh, it's not a real spider. It scared the daylights out of me. Yes, it's not like my tie. Wait, what? You mean the spider you've been wearing isn't fake? It's real? He's not answering. Jack, you home? He's not answering. Actually, I don't even hear anyone inside. Strange. Is the door locked? Looks like it isn't. Let's take a look inside. So, this is Jack's home, huh? You're with Jowl, you wouldn't want one of that size on you at all times. Especially since looking at its colouring, that's a black widow, I believe. I definitely wouldn't want a spider of that size that is poisonous on me at all times. No, wait. Poisonous or venomous? Venomous. Venomous is the right way around, I think. But I don't see anyone here. Not Jack, not Kalla, and not Grim. Oh, we all got kidnapped. Hooray! Did we somehow miss each other? Zero? You're here alone? What are you doing hiding under the desk? Looks like he's trying to tell us something, but I haven't the slightest idea what that could be. Question. Does Zero talk in the same language of animal speak as various of our boys know from school? Like, can we get Leona to talk to Zero? Because I believe out of everyone here, Leona's the best one at that. Also, man, now that I've gotten kidnapped, I really wish Rook was here. Rook would be able to find us. There we go, I just needed to go one more along, huh? I speak a bit of canine. Let's see. Scully kidnapped Jack, Kalla, and Grim. There we go, I asked a question and then it was immediately answered. What? Why would he do that? Oh yeah, Ortho would also be able to find us. Man, we are missing the best trackers. Halloween's tomorrow and Jack's not here? Please, I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself. Mayor, please calm down. Oh, it's over. I've had a bad feeling ever since you boys showed up. I knew welcoming rapscallions into our town would only lead to trouble. I could sense the mischief rolling off you in waves. We have the next best thing, survivalist Jade. Yeah, but... does Jade track animals when he goes out, or does he just... do plants and mushrooms? You thought that about us the whole time? Regardless, panicking now won't solve anything. I don't know why Scully would do this, but our top priority should be tracking them down. Let's go back and fill the others in. Then again, they're split up all over town now. And our smartphones don't work here. Oh, I can help there! I've got just the thing for spreading news all over town. Yeah, you do. The Mayormobile! With its giant loudspeaker. And so, in summary, we've got to find Jack. There's only one day left till next Halloween. 3 hours. Yeah! I need all of you to form search parties with anyone nearby and find Jack Skellington and his friends, please. Halloween Town alleyway. And that's the gist. The mayor's driving around alerting the townsfolk now. It's just turning into a real mess. It certainly is. No wonder you came running back looking so panicked. I never would have guessed Scully to be capable of taking such drastic measures. Yes, I took him for a gentleman who prized propriety over all else. I wasn't expecting an act of violence from him. Hella and Grim have terrible luck getting dragged into it. I doubt Scully would treat them too horribly, but the sooner we find them, the better. Agreed. Let's search for Scully and rescue the 3 captives. Jack Skellington was the one who made the promise to send us back to Twisted Wonderland. There's no guarantee that promise would be fulfilled in his absence. True. With the signee gone, we can hardly expect our contract's terms to be honoured. Exactly. Time is of the essence here. If this year's Halloween is a bust, that's extremely bad for us. And if we don't find Jack until after Halloween is over, what then? I wouldn't put it past him to tell us to stick around and make next year's Halloween a success. You would! While I do enjoy Halloween, spending an entire year preparing non-stop for one holiday would bore me to tears. There's an even bigger issue. If we spent a year out of school, we'd absolutely be held back. I think you're both missing the key issue. I could never endure a whole year eating the awful slop they call food. None of you are worried about what actually matters here. Good grief, is it just us in this area? So this is the group I'm stuck searching for Scully with. Great. Just great. Did you hear the loudspeaker just now? Yes, sir. This is turning into a real mess. Scully, that utter nincompoop! How could someone who goes on and on about revering Jack Skellington do something so contrary to that idea? Yep. Sebek's like, I don't see any reason why I would kidnap Malleus. So clearly. He'll single-handedly ruin all our hard work. I think Jamel's just like... Just like, why are those your priorities? I think Jamil's actually worried for us. Yeah, not to mention Kalla and Grim are missing too. We'd better find them fast. Then let's find Scully and make him realize exactly whose bad side he's gotten himself on. I believe it's just the four of us here. We'll have to look for Scully ourselves. 4? Between Yumi and Sebek, I'm only counting 3 of us. Oh yeah, he would also be worried about Callum being unsupervised for a year. That's true. We'll also be taking the lump cowering behind cover over there. Of course. Come on out, human. Don't bother trying to hide. How did you know I was there? I was breathing as quiet as I could. Your hair glows, idiot. Your hair is made of fire. Did you think someone as suspicious as yourself would escape my notice? If this Halloween isn't a success, we will have no way of returning Malleus to Twisted Wonderland. I won't allow anyone to escape. We shall venture out to search for Scully with our full force brought to bear. I mean, I would... Out of everything... I mean, I would class Lydia as human. He's just, a slightly weird bloodline of human. Yeah. I've got no issue with venturing or whatever, but working with you guys is, well... Come along, Gideon. Oh, let go of me! No, I don't want to get dragged along with Team Spartan! I mean, come on, this is Jack we're talking about. He'll probably give Scully the slip and come back on his own. So, someone ought to stay with Zero and wait in case he shows up, right? That could be me. This is no time for spouting nonsense. Hold on a moment. Zero's had plenty of exposure to Grimm's scent. We could use that. I heard Zero over the mic when the mayor was talking. They should be together. Humans! Before we go searching for Jack, let's pay Zero a quick visit. Okay, so this team is gonna have Zero to do the scenting. And the final team's got Leona to do the scenting. There's only one team here that can't track by scent. I see. This is certainly unexpected. Stupid badger. Why do you have to pull such a boneheaded stunt? Guess I'll have to find him and get this mess sorted myself. Where are you going, King Scholar? Do you intend to handle this matter alone? Well, apparently Leona is in fact motivated to solve this. Leona, are you worried about me? Figured that much was obvious. I'm under no obligation to team up with you just because you happen to be nearby. The child of man's whereabouts are also unknown. We cannot risk the worst coming to pass. In the interest of as swift a resolution as possible, I'd prefer to avoid wasting any time. Speaking of people who are worried about me, Malleus! Oh man, Scully, you fucked up so much, so bad. Malleus is going to kill you. Yeah. The only way I'd be wasting time is by sticking with you. Or does the great and powerful Malleus Draconia have trouble functioning if he's not constantly surrounded by retainers? Goodness, I'm ever so sorry. You must have been scared of being left all alone and helpless, you poor thing. Malleus killing him is the kindest fate he would inflict. Yeah, you're right. He has other ways. Can you not see that I was trying to spare you the embarrassment of being outplayed by Graves? You think I'd lose to that little badger? Just worry about yourself. If you insist, you shall rue your refusal of my goodwill soon enough. What's this? Here I thought you had no desire for us to work together. I was already heading this way. Not my fault you decided to tag along. I sensed someone's presence in the mansion further up. It was you who followed me. You're not the only one who can pick up on presences. I'll check it out. You go search somewhere else. No, I'll go. Why do you always act like a spoiled brat? Spoiled brat? Just who do you think you're talking to? Am I supposed to go with them? Just me and the two guys who get along as well as cats and dogs? I'd rather not. I'd really rather not. Hello? Is there anyone else around? Nope. Oh boy. I'll just quietly slip out while they're bickering and find another group instead. This is getting us nowhere. Clover, weigh in. What do you think? Who, me? Sure, why not? Let's ask him which of us is right, me or you. Who's right? I'm not sure either of you are. You're both going the same direction anyway. I don't see why you need to argue about it. Ah, the voice of reason! Ooh. Fight time. Fight time. Nope, that's not gonna do it. This one will do it though. Recommended level 12 and up. Okay, this is more than gonna do it. Just where could Scully be? Do you guys have any ideas? I can't say I do, I'm afraid. I don't even know what Scully's goal is. Not to mention, we hardly know anything about Halloween Town. A manhunt in a strange land. This does sound like an uphill battle. Yeah, and Halloween's just hours away. We run around with no leads, we'll miss the deadline in no time. At times like these, we need to formulate a plan and proceed with caution, or... Ooh, that was a bug-sounding noise. Yeah, Jamil agrees with me. Is someone there? Oh, it's just a rat. It's a common enough sight in Halloween Town. Whatever is the matter, Jamil? You've gone rigid, and you're standing on the tips of your toes. Nothing. I just... Oh, did you think it was a bug? Yeah. Look, what do you expect? Halloween Town's crawling with the things. Where do they even come from? You can't look anywhere without seeing a line of them creeping and crawling. Right in broad daylight, too. I don't think at any time here you can call it broad daylight, really, Jamil. Do you get daylight in Halloween Town? Do they style themselves as full-fledged Halloween Town residents? I can't stand that brazen attitude of theirs. What is Jamil angry about? It's hard to say, but he must have been holding this in ever since we came to Halloween Town. Honestly, my heart skips a beat every time I hear a noise. There's no telling when they might come skittering out of the woodwork. Wait. I didn't think you'd freak out that bad. Locke? You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around us. According to Zero, you and your prankster friends are in cahoots with Scully. We sure are. After all, what could be a funnier prank than kidnapping Jack right before Halloween? Scully said to play with you guys until Halloween hits. So here I am. What do you want to play? Now I get it. He ordered you to stall us. It is rather funny. There would be more amused if our own futures weren't at stake. You are the dictionary definition of a moth drawn to a flame, Locke. You'll tell us where Scully is this instant. You think I'll tell you just because you're acting all bossy? Why, you stupid. Stupid? Did you just call me stupid? You have some nerve. Prepare yourself. Well, time to beat up a child. Actually, apparently we're not directly beating up a child. Alright, caught him. Hey, let me go! If you're mean to me, I'm gonna tell the boss on you. Don't worry, we'll play nice as long as you answer our questions. I'll ask you again, Locke. Do you know where Scully is? Yeah, I know. Really? He's in town hall. Everyone's just sitting around being pals. There, I answered your question. Now let me go. What? Why are you guys smirking like that? Did you actually think we'd believe you? We know you kids are shameless liars. No offense, but we'll need some verification. What kind of verification? Jade? Oh, he's gonna get squeezed. Certainly. Don't be afraid. I want to help you. We could be using Jade's unique magic rather than squeezing, I suppose. I suppose squeezing would be more Floyd. Shock the heart. You must answer my questions truthfully. Do you know where Scully J. Graves is right now? I do. And where is he? He took Jack, that weird cat, and the cat's owner to the hill past the graveyard. So that's where he really is. I knew that kid was lying the first time. Good thing we have Jade here. That just saved us an entire wild goose chase. A signature spell that makes anyone speak the truth just once. It's quite insidious. Why, thank you. Well, let's pay Scully a visit, shall we? Huh? Oh, what was I doing again? Locke, you're free to go now. Whoa, really? I'm off the hook? Yeah, we don't have any more questions for you. Besides, we wouldn't get rough with a kid. Gosh, you guys are so nice. It's an inspiration. Tell you what, I'll give you something nice to make up for my prank. It's gonna be a bug. It's gonna be a bug. What's that? Here! Oh dear. Locke just threw a large caterpillar. And it landed right on Jamel's forehead. He's not even trying to bat it away. He's just frozen stiff. A poor soul. If you really feel sorry for him, get the bug off. You're truly deplorable. There, Jamel. I've removed the offending bug. Honestly, though, have you no discipline? All of this over a little caterpillar. Thank you, Riddle. Thank you. I owe you my life. It's a caterpillar, Jamel. I think you're blowing this out of Yeah! What? This caterpillar, look at it. Stop! Get away from me with that thing! It's the same length as my forefinger, and we all know what that means. Rule 434. If you see a caterpillar exactly 7 centimeters high, you must recite a poem to its discoverer. You're bringing rules into this? Huh? What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. I couldn't agree more. I'm at a loss for words. Of all the times to stumble across one of those ridiculous rule scenarios. Locke, I'm going to recite a poem to you. Now listen closely. No way, that sounds boring. I don't wanna. That's too bad. I need you to listen to my poem. Those are the rules. Jeez, why are you so intense? Wait! Since you showed us a caterpillar exactly 7 centimeters long, you must listen to my poem. No, I don't wanna! Riddle, where are you going? We need to head to where Scully is. Oh dear. He's chasing Locke back down the road we just came from. This is getting out of hand. Agreed. Let's just ignore Riddle and get moving so we can... We need to protect Locke. What? think about it. If Riddle flies off the handle and does any harm to that child, all of us could get sued by their guardian. I don't think... Do Lock, Shock and Barrel have a guardian? Who would that guardian be if they did? Because I feel like that would be Oogie Boogie. And I don't think Oogie Boogie has a lawyer as well. Have you completely lost the plot too? We agreed to go to the hill. Jade, take care of the rest. Alright, see you soon. And he's gone. What is wrong with those two? Multiple things, Jamil. Multiple things. We need Flora again. Fine. I guess we just have to do what needs to be done ourselves. Understood. Let's work together. And capture Lock. What? Why? If we capture Lock before Azel and Riddle can manage it. Oh, just imagine their looks of surprise. We know where Scully is. We don't even need Lock for anything else. So why are none of you heading to the hill? Remember, if we can't pull off this Halloween, we won't be able to go back to Twisted Wonderland. We were supposed to head to the hill, get Jack Skellington back ASAP. That was the entire plan. But no! These people! I knew those two don't work well with others, but I still figured we could easily subdue Scully with them on our team. Their bizarre strictness and weirdly broad benevolence is seriously something else. It utterly eclipses anything I'm capable of. You truly do prioritize your plans, don't you, Jamil? I suppose that's why you're Vice House Warden of Scarabia, the Dorm of Mindfulness. Of course I do, that's reasonable. As opposed to certain people who show no regard whatsoever for what's currently at stake. True, they're certainly rash. Azul sets high targets, leaps for them, falls flat on his face, then pops back up again like a tilting doll. And Riddle, for all his extolling of strict etiquette and rules, is capable of absurdly drastic measures when he grows agitated. Even I often find myself stunned at their behaviour and remark to myself, something is very wrong with that individual. Now you're trashing them relentlessly. I agree with everything you just said, but where are you going with this? The thing is, I find it difficult to disregard their sixth sense as well as my own. Sixth sense? Seems more like just chasing after run-of-the-mill hunches. Have a thought for those of us subjected to the whims of such vague feelings. Subjected? That's a fair complaint. They don't remotely fear making fools of themselves or failing, or incurring grudges from others with their self-centered conduct. Again, where are you going with this? Are you insinuating that in contrast to them, I'm a coward afraid to act for fear of failure? Not in the least. The point I'm making is those two are almost certainly putting on some truly hilarious sketch comedy. We should go have a laugh at them together. That's not funny! Look, you're the only one who can get the... Sorry, wrong voice. Look, you're the only one who can get the prankster trio to tell the truth. None of the others have any way to discern fact from fiction. They're probably scrambling around without any decent leads. What happens if Jack's rescue comes too late for Halloween to happen? Don't worry. Our group is comprised of exceptional individuals. I'm certain they'll find Scully eventually. In fact, don't you feel as though our group is capable of something? Considering we've pinpointed Scully's location this quickly. And that something is capturing Locke and bragging to Azel and Riddle? That's ludicrous. We can't even get any more intel out of Locke. There's no point whatsoever in... No, wait. What is it? Okay, I'm with you. Let's follow Riddle and Azel. Wait, you truly mean that? Don't act so shocked when it was your proposal in the first place. I've got an idea. What a bunch of weirdos. Just listen, it won't take long, he says. Who'd actually buy that? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of running away. I'll just hide somewhere nearby. Found you, Locke. Yeah, it's the caterpillar guy. Who are you calling caterpillar guy? Cut it out. Just hearing that word gives me goosebumps. Locke, would you be willing to come with us? You already said you were done with me. Why are you chasing me now? We've had a change of plans. You see, I'm a coward at heart. I'm afraid of failure, and I'm also afraid of making a public fool of myself. But I'm very good at making plans one step ahead of others. Jamil, did you take my prior remarks personally? Not in the least. If you've got the time to go on irrelevant tangents, get on with the capture. Consider it done. Are we gonna squeeze Locke this time? Next team. For this team, we need fire. Fire, 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 fire. Yeah, this will work. I still need to get some more levels and spell levels onto the Dorm Riddle I ended up with. I've got to put some effort into doing that. Not a single soul in sight. I suppose everyone must be out looking for Jack. It was so busy here before. It feels way more eerie when it's all quiet like this. Jack Skellington! Kalla, Grim! If you're there, say so! No answer. You scared the daylights out of me! Could you not yell at the top of your lungs right next to me like that? My ears are ringing. Did you forget the part about Scully putting Jack to sleep? He wouldn't be able to answer you even if he was here. And in what world would you expect abductees to actually be like, I'm right here? It'd be common sense to gag them or duct tape their mouths shut so they can't talk. My idiot. It's so impressive how knowledgeable you are about abduction methodology. You don't have to make fun of me, you know. We don't have time to search around at random. Is there anything that might help us retrace Scully's steps? For example, does anyone know what Scully's favourite place in this area is? Is it the hill? I feel like it's the hill. I doubt someone as sentimental as him would lock up someone he respects in a filthy hovel. Wouldn't he choose a favourite spot? One he feels befitting of Jack? Knowing Scully, he's probably got literally all of Halloween Town listed in his favourites. True, Scully was gushing about every single place we visited. I have no ideas to offer there, but something occurred to me when you mentioned he'd taken Jack Skellington with him. If Jack was asleep, it would be rather difficult to carry an unconscious person. Well, a skeleton. No matter how bare bones Jack may be, he's still quite tall. Someone inexperienced with such things would struggle to haul around someone so lanky when they're unconscious. So he'd leave a trail, right? Meaning it's a safe assumption that Scully hasn't gotten very far. Goodness, sometimes your insight astounds me. I suppose there's a reason the phrase right under your nose exists. Let's try looking near Jack's house. I believe his residence was this way. Hurry! Which member of the team is this? Not so fast! You're not taking another step! You! Miscreant! His name's Barrel. You have a lot of nerve showing your face in front of us. What do you want with us? I don't suppose you're here to tell us where Jack is out of the goodness of your heart. Nope. I promised Scully I'd play with you until Halloween was over. You didn't keep your word when you promised me you wouldn't start any uproars, but you're willing to keep your word with Scully. I don't remember saying that. What an irksome little monster you are. You're in for the scolding of a lifetime. The ghosts here seem so different from those of Twisted Wonderland. They're more freewheeling and cryptic than the ones in our world. They're extremely quirky. Nothing we say gets through to them at all. It's a huge hassle. They're certainly pesky. We can't even leave this area, much less search for Jack. Hello, Heike. How you doing? Judging by our prior conversation, I doubt we can get this miscreant to tell us where Jack is. And even if we could, we've no way to gauge the veracity of his claims. True, we'd be wasting our time trying to engage him as a group. Epple and I will handle this. Idia and Sevek, you two go on without us. What? I need to punish this irksome miscreant. You should search for Scully instead. Silence, Cucumber. Cucumber? It's clear that a lone cucumber going up against a swarm of ghosts would get surrounded and thoroughly thrashed. Besides which, I'm tired of your company. You're loud and insufferable, not to mention rude. I trust you won't disappoint me with such behaviour, Ethel. Bill! Yes, sir! I'll do my best to make myself useful. Though I might just steal your spotlight. Bold words. You have my figurative sword as well. I don't want it. Weren't you listening? You're going with Sevek. But I don't wanna. You're not the only guy tired of being around him, you know. What good would it do for two house wardens to both stay behind? Show the freshmen what leadership looks like. Oof. Now I'm getting saddled with a huge chore. Being a house warden is way more trouble than it's worth. Well, I take extreme umbrage at being passed around like some kind of hot potato. The fact remains we have no time for bickering. I shall leave this battle to you, humans. They're gone. Uh-oh. Those two are going to yell at me and call me names. I better go after them quick. Not so fast. You won't be taking another step. I don't have time to play with you guys. Oh, really? I thought you were supposed to play with us until Halloween's over. Little Ethel here has taken quite a shine to you. Play nice, won't you? Yeah, Beryl. Ooh, are we putting Beryl to sleep? We've got plenty of time. You and I are gonna play a whole lot. Wait, pause. I can't handle any more running. What? You want another break? You sat plenty when we were at Jack's house. Look, could you please not compare my stamina to that of a guy who's literally all muscle from head to toe? We've been running ourselves ragged checking out every potentially suspicious spot near Jack's place. And we haven't turned up any sign of Scully. But our search area has only been a 100-meter radius around Jack's house. We're not gonna find him running around at random. We need to pause for a moment, chill, and rework our plan. Oh, it's always something with you, isn't it? We don't have time to pause. Huh? Why are you crouching down in front of me like you're gonna... Ah! Idia's getting a piggyback. I'll carry you on my back. You can rack your brain for ideas in the meantime. So I'm stuck on a piggyback ride until I come up with some genius idea. I don't like running, but I take issue with this too, and I can't exactly conjure up inspiration on demand. Okay, let's see. What if we change up our angle of approach? Like, I don't know, if we can't find Scully, we could flush him out instead. Flush him out. I hadn't considered that. Of course, someone who never leaves the house would have a different perspective. Your reclusive nature is coming in handy for once. Uh-huh. I can think of several ways to force him out of his hole. Fire, inundation, smoke attacks, starvation tactics. We don't have enough time for the last one, Sebek. Preferably something less violent and more short-term, thanks. In that case, I could shout criticisms of Jack. What? Why? Speaking in purely hypothetical terms, describing a scenario I would hope never, ever actually comes to pass. If I heard someone speaking ill of Malleus, I absolutely would not let it go unchallenged. Yes, but you also wouldn't kidnap Malleus. I think you've got to speak ill of Halloween in general, Sebek. I'm not sure Jack specifically is gonna help here. I would give such scoundrels a thorough lecture about Malleus's greatness and make them take back their disrespectful remarks. If Scully's respect for Jack is genuine, then surely he would do the same for Jack. With that settled, I'm going to do my shouting away from the microphone. Stop! Think this through, Sebek. If you raise your voice here, quit thrashing about on my back. Sit still and stay put. Ow. My hip bone. I'll consider it a plus that I got out of the involuntary piggyback ride, but oh crud. Jack Skellington! Do you hear me, you worthless assemblage of bones? How could you let yourself be kidnapped by Scully of all people, some master of Halloween you are? Dude, no way! Did he seriously get mad and come out over that? Oh no, more ghosts! Fresh batch, it seems. They're royally peeved. This is your fault for trashing Jack so loudly, Sebek. I can't argue. We can't do anything if we don't get out of this mess first. Hide. Yeah, Sebek, the one problem with your plan was, everyone in Halloween Town likes Jack a lot. Grab some fire. The ghosts aren't showing any signs of leaving. If anything, they're building in numbers. We can't hide here forever. If we don't do something, Ville's insults will never be disproven. Entirely unacceptable. I'll handle the ghosts. Idia, you search for Scully in the meantime. What? Dude, absolutely not. There's no way you can handle that many. Have you already forgotten what Ville said? He'll get surrounded and thoroughly thrashed. I refuse to shy away from a challenge just because it looks difficult. And the outcome is hardly clear until I try. No, it's clear. You're gonna lose. Guaranteed. 100%. It's impossible. As in, literally not possible. Dashing yourself on the rocks of an unwinnable battle is beyond pointless. If you want to indulge in the trope of a weakling going into battle with odds stacked against them, do it on your own and don't involve me. Did you just call me a weakling? Let's not get violent. You're gonna rip off my bow tie. How dare you call me a weakling? This insult shall not stand. Okay, but like, you are... I mean, sure, you've got stamina for days, but your magic could use some work, right? You're freshman level at the very best, basically on par with guys like Apple or Scully. First I thought maybe you're just hopeless with strategy, where you were firing spells head-on at ghosts that could easily dodge them. But it's actually because you're bad at controlling your magic, isn't it? I can tell you're the type that's high outputs and low control. I don't want to hear about matters of pride from a guy who can't or won't openly acknowledge his own skill issue. Well, what do you want from me? I know better than anyone I'm not strong enough. I'm reminded of it every day I spend training. But the last thing I want to say is I didn't even try because I wasn't strong enough. If you're asking what I want, this is why Bill sent me along, right? What? You go on without me, I'll handle things here. Idia! Why are you suddenly acting so theatrical? Dude, come on! I just wanted to be the stoic go on without me, I got this guy! The cooler thing for you to do would have been to go, I owe you, and then run off dramatically. You're the one who's been whining non-stop for breaks, of course talking heroically out of nowhere would throw me for a loop. Well, that's the deal regardless. If you want to prove Vil wrong about you, you don't exactly have time to bandy words with me. Get going and do your heroics or whatever, I don't want to run anymore. Is that your real motivation? Yeah, it's like I said, don't compare me to a musclehead like you. Now I feel like a fool for being moved. You're truly irksome. I find your company less bearable by the moment. You took the words right out of my mouth. Let's get one thing straight. This is the last time I will ever do as you say, human. Yeah, run along now. He's finally gone. Normally I could absolutely not be bothered to give something like this a serious effort. Way too much hassle. But it'd be a pretty bad look if I didn't win after sending Sebek on his way. With that in mind, guess I'll show you guys the difference in our power levels. Yes, I've always wanted to say that. And on to Team 3. For which we require water. Water. There's a lot of water flora down here. Okay. I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Because we're going to destroy this thing really easily. Why am I bothering to try and strategy this? Doesn't matter all the flora we've got unless it literally just throws all of them at me at the same time. And I still probably would win. Thought I picked up some traces, but they turned out to be Halloween Town locals. What a waste of time that was. They were in too much of a tizzy over Jack being missing to even say whether they'd seen Scully. Then a certain lizard freaked them out even worse, and they all ran before I could get anything useful out of them. Can you think of anything more annoying, Trey? Who is to blame for the wasted time? If we wanted to question the locals, we should have done as I suggested and enshrouded the city in magic so no one could escape. Ah! Like what you did the other Halloween. Isn't it a pity that someone wouldn't listen to my sensible advice, Clover? Guys, could you please not use me as an intermediary for your arguments? Let's start by discussing how we're going to look for Scully. After all, the three of us are here together. For one thing, do we have any idea why Scully would abduct Jack to start with? Doesn't he idolize Jack Skellington? It's probably because he idolized him. Jack Skellington was putting our opinions over his at pretty much every turn. Understandable why that might rub someone's fur the wrong way. Truly, but did he not say he accepted our idea of Halloween? Yeah, Malleus, people lie. Are you serious? It's easy to say something without actually meaning it. He was pretty defeated back then. Kept sighing to himself and everything. Really? If you noticed that, you could have tried to cheer him up a bit. Jamil was on top of that every time it came up. No reason for me to step in. But I wasn't expecting a hassle this big to come out of it. That stupid badger's a real nuisance. Sure is. Scully's pretty stupid, all right. Just like you guys. Shock! What are you doing here? Well, I'll be. One of Skellington's kidnappers came to face us all alone. You're brave, I'll give you that. Scully says you guys want to play with me. Whoa, she leapt up on Malleus's head again. If you want to play that bad, I guess he'll throw you a bone. Got any games in mind? You're letting a little brat tug at your horns. What a nice guy you are. Leona, this is not the time to have a laugh at his expense. Hold on, Malleus, I'll get Shock off of you, so... Like I'd ever let you grab me. Come on now, be good and do as we... She gave me the slip. Leona, help me out here. Atta girl, Shock. Keep it up. Don't encourage her. Your name is Shock, is it? I may be lenient, but even my patience has its limits. One slight I could overlook, but two. I shall make you rue the day you ever crossed me. What's the matter? I thought you wanted to play with me. Come now, don't be shy. I'll be more than happy to play your game. Now the lightning bolts! Malleus, stop! Don't get so bent out of shape over a child! Haven't you scared her enough? Enough! Surely you're joking, Clover. Mannerless curs deserve far more punishment than this. No, seriously, if you keep this up, it's going to go way beyond punishment. Even if it did, is there any reason that should concern us? You bet your hide there is. Remember what Jack Skellington said? He said he wanted to hold Halloween with everyone in Halloween Town. That includes this kid. If you hurt her to the point at which she can't take part in Halloween, Skellington's not going to thank us for saving him. He could easily turn on us instead. They started this dispute, not us. I'm certain Skellington would understand once we explained our side. Okay, let me see if I got this straight. If it was someone from your kingdom and they got injured, you'd instantly agree it was their own fault, no argument at all. What a troublesome situation. A shock. In honor of your King Jack Skellington, I shall stay my hand. I was just doing what Scully said. Why is this happening to me? It's not fair. Shock's running away. In her defense, it's pretty messed up of Scully to tell anyone to try and stall you two. I'd never do anything like that. I feel kind of bad for her, honestly. Graves is indeed foolish for even trying to slow me down with such pitiful ghosts. Took the words right out of my mouth. Huh? Leona, are you actually agreeing about Malleus's power? Did you hit your head on something, King Scholar? No, my head's in perfectly fine shape. Something's been bugging me for a while, though. Who is Scully? Well, his name's Scully J. Graves, and he's from some small remote town nobody's ever heard of. Okay. And why would a 16-year-old mage venture out from his small town to Sage's Island entirely on his own? My guess would be to visit relatives, or maybe go to school? Those are the most obvious answers, yeah. So at first I figured he must be a student at Royal Sword Academy. But I haven't been able to shake this nagging feeling that something's off. Really? He talks and acts so much like a gentleman, I figured it had to be Royal Sword Academy or nothing. Not that part. I'm talking about his weirdly skewed knowledge. Why wouldn't he know who Malleus is when even regular people know he's an infamous mage? Even if he grew up in the sticks, there's no excuse for an Arcane Academy student on Sage's Island to not know who Malleus is. You'd have to be literally living under a rock to be that ignorant. There was one person who didn't know who I was. Yeah, well, Kalla's an exception. Coming from a different world is a legitimate excuse. It'd be one thing if Scully was actually stupid, but he's not. He's a smart guy, and he's capable of using magic. Wow, I'm surprised. What? Hearing you acknowledge that Malleus is famous. My acknowledgement's got nothing to do with it. The lizard's practically a household name. That's just plain and simple fact. And I didn't say he was famous. I said infamous. There are tons of people who tremble in fear at his many misdeeds. You know all about that, right, Trey? What? Oh, so, back to what you were saying, Leona. You think Scully lied when he said he went to an arcane academy? There's a chance, yeah. But I don't know why he'd lie about that to people he just met. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going with this as a Jumanji situation. And Scully got sucked into this book a long time before we did. The more I think about it, the more puzzling Scully is. Does the truth matter, though? Regardless of his identity, he chose to turn against us, so we have but to subdue him. If we tie him up and interrogate him, surely he'll share all he's been hiding. All the muscle-brained logic, whatever. Trying to reason with you isn't going to get us anywhere at all. Whoa, hey, Leona! And he's gone off alone. What a self-centered person. The moment someone voices disagreement with him, he storms off. Let's be fair, you heard what he said, right? All of his concerns stem from the fact that he recognizes how powerful you are. Are you taking King Scholar's side, Clover? What? No, not at all. I think your stance is completely reasonable. It's generally better to solve trouble like this as quickly and expediently as possible. I'm sure Kalla and Grimm are miserable right about now. This is the sort of thing magic is there for. Precisely. Graves' identity is far less pressing than rescuing Skellington and the others. I'm glad you appreciate my reasoning, Clover. I wouldn't go blowing it out of proportion. I just get where you're coming from. Anyway, we'd better follow Leona. Kalla and the others need all the help they can get. Common enemy. Water. Sort of. What? Now you're following me. I was simply deferring to Clover. I'd rather you didn't tag along if all you're gonna do is take verbal potshots. Both of you, can we please not? You know we have more important concerns right now. We need to find Jack and ensure Halloween's a success if we want to make it back home. We haven't even found Shock yet. Let's focus on problem solving, okay? Okay, here we are, the plaza. I don't see any Halloween Town locals around, though. They're probably out looking for Skellington. Sally, maybe? Jack, where are you? I know that voice. It is Sally, yay. Please, Jack, answer if you can hear me. Oh, hey, it's Sally. Leona, Trey, Malleus. I take it you're searching for Skellington as well, Sally? Yes, I am. And once I heard he'd been kidnapped, I could hardly just sit around. So I've been checking every building in the area one at a time. Very well, I shall assist you. You're gonna search the whole center of town without even narrowing things down. That's ridiculous. It's not that large. A magical scan to detect presences should hardly take any time at all. If you use magic that large scale, Scully could detect our presence and run off. That's hardly a concern. If he spots us, I'll simply capture him before he can flee. That guy and his attitude. Now, I think this is his way of trying to play nice. He took it to heart when you said we should respect the residents of Halloween Town. Let's give them a second. Are you taking his side? What? Not at all. I think your stance is completely reasonable. Trey, isn't that exactly what you told Malleus? Poor Trey. It's true that in emergencies it's important to formulate a proper plan. You should use your head instead of expecting magic to solve everything. So you do get it, Trey. Malleus's whole approach is just crude. Wouldn't you agree? Absolutely. I know you're taking pains to minimize the damage from this mess, and I support you in that. But Malleus hasn't been outside of Briar Valley for long. I think you should be the bigger man. You can always compensate for anything Malleus is ignorant about, right? You hear that, Malleus? Huh? Oh yes, quite clearly, King Scholar. Malleus, what happened to helping Sally search for Jack? We've finished. That was quick. I was wondering why King Scholar was shooting me pointed looks, and lo and behold. I never took you for a fraud, Clover. Who would have expected that you'd try to curry favor with both of us? Look, Malleus, Leona, anyone stuck in the middle of you two is going to try and save their own hide. Why, I almost believed every word you said. That's the kind of guy he is. He probably does this all the time, even in Heartslubble. You see that, Malleus? The world's got no shortage of people who lie through their teeth. They're the worst kind of people. You've got to watch out for them. Indeed. So I have learned. I wasn't lying through my teeth. I just thought it'd be nice if you two could get along a bit better. Well, well. Your consideration is appreciated. That said, you know what the biggest unifier of all is? Common enemy. You don't mean me, right? Right? Ah!
Ah, you people! What are you doing here?
Shock! Oh, thank goodness it's you.
You're happy to see me?
Yes, I need to have a word with you. Can we chat over there real quick?
I have nothing to say to you. Whatever it is you want, leave me out of it.
Trey's just like, a better common enemy? save me.
心配するな。すべてうまく
やるんすよ。
考えたな。
貸し一つっすよ。どうだ。
身の程をわきま
たく生き急ぎやがって。
Shock, wait, you'd be helping me out.
I want to help you out.
They ran off. What now? I'll go after Clover. I believe he and I have much to discuss. I trust you'll be able to handle yourself alone. Of course. Who do you think you're talking to? Just tell Trey that once we get back, I want to have a word with him too. I guess we're basically working our way to a situation where we've just got the SSR boys going after us, right? Given that Sebek and now Leona are ending up alone. Jamel's the only one who hasn't split off, I think, I suppose. So I shall. No sign of Scully here either. Where has that scoundrel taken Jack Skellington? There's little time left until Halloween. I need to find him, and quickly. That bark. Dog! Why are you so agitated? Ah, wait. Have you located Scully and the others? You need to pause between statements or I won't be able to make out what you're saying. Bark more slowly. Oh, I see. My plan has borne fruit. Jack Skellington's scent lingers all over town, so it wouldn't be difficult to sniff him out. But we've only been here a few days, hardly enough time to cover every possible area. So I thought Grimm's scent would be easier to trace than Jack's. Please, this wasn't my doing. You deserve the credit for memorizing Grimm's scent. Your olfactory senses are most impressive, Zero. I shall rescue your owner soon enough. Now quickly, show me the way to Grimm. Good boy, Zero. So Zero's leading Sebek. Jamil knows where to go, and Leona, well, we'll have to assume he can work it by scent too. That is everything for this book. Let's go just grab the card. Hello, Bill. Alright, and that is that then for this stream. Thank you very much for coming. It's been fun. I guess next time we get to find out how the others save us. So yeah, if you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule for the channel goes up both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of the channel. The next scheduled stream is Wednesday, 7 PM for some more Variable Barricade. Hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming, and this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!